r/AskReddit. What's a modern-day snake oil item people continue to buy? People peddling their courses on how to get rich. How did I get rich? I tricked idiots like you into paying me money to tell them how to get rich. Also, I'm not actually rich. Those detox patches you put on your feet, supposedly. They suck the bad stuff out of your body, and the proof is that they turn black. When actually all that happens is that your sweat makes the stuff in the patches turn black when it gets wet. I had a family member diagnosed with stage 4 liver cancer. And then all of a sudden I go to her house, and there are multiple blue bottles in the fridge labeled AmITheA water. One of her fellow scumbag real estate agents started pawing it to her for $40 per 1.5-liter bottle, as it was supposed to cleanse her or whatever. I told her that it was literally just salt water. And this guy was ripping her off, and she got pissed off at me crying about, "You don't want me to live anymore, do you?" Same thing when I told her that the magnetic healer was full of bleep too. This is how my hatred of AmITheA started. My aunt was dying of pancreatic cancer, and some lady was trying to sell my mom acai juice for my aunt to cure her. We were facing a terminal diagnosis and trying to process that. It was completely cruel. Cleanses. They're basically expensive and inefficient laxatives. Anything that claims to detox. That's what your liver and kidneys are for. Plug-in stick-on items that supposedly saves electricity or protects you from radiation of any kind, i.e. for 5G. Any potato enlargement item lol. Speak for yourself. I got bull testicles implanted, and I got so much vitality and sepsis. But let's keep things positive. Essential oils. It works slimming wraps, diet pills. Basically anything the health AmITheAs are selling. Sliming wrap can work wonders if you wrap it around your mouth. Skincare creams that you see advertised by 18-year-old models who have perfect skin. All of the OTC memory boosters like Prevagen, Neuriva, and Focus Factor, they do nothing. And in some cases actually cause gastric upset, which may lead to dehydration and or electrolyte imbalance, which will definitely affect cognitive functioning negatively. They're snake oil because they were all invented to take advantage of the lack of understanding the average person has about nootropics and the entire nootropic movement. Purchasers of these OTC fake nootropics might as well be flushing their money down the toilet. It's an industry entirely founded on taking advantage of people's ignorance and hope. They don't even work as a kind of nutritional supplemental insurance to help reduce the probability of developing dementia. They literally do nothing whatsoever, other than a possible placebo effect, and people would be better off taking a daily multivitamin, attending to their gut health, and staying highly active cognitively if they want some protective measures against cognitive decline. If you're having cognitive memory issues enough that you're thinking about buying a bottle of something like Prevagen, Neuriva, or Focus Factor, you would be wise to instead discuss your concerns with your physician and/or arrange for actual testing by a neurologist. The drugs that are effective against different types of cognitive decline, dementia, are available by prescription only, and the sooner you get on them, the better. They are not sold over the counter in any form. This is not a case of there existing a lower than prescription dosage that you can purchase yourself. And the hucksters who hawk these BS supplements should be ashamed of themselves, yeah. I'm looking at you, Mayim Bialik. Actual neuroscientists don't peddle BS pills, or any pills, on TV. Antivirus programs, guys, wake up, Windows Defender exists. Is really good, free and pre-installed starting at I think Windows 8 or 7. The Prosperity Gospel. Skincare for kids. Your 8-year-old does not need serums, toners, exfoliants, cleansers, etc. Sunscreen is all that child needs. Healing crystals. I love AmITheA crystal, but it's 100% because they are shiny and colorful and old, and 0% because they will heal me. Yes, I love rocks, but sometimes if I stop and browse in a shop or at a display, I get people coming to tell me all about the benefits and usages, etc., etc. I listen politely, but inside, I'm thinking I'm sorry. I don't care, it's just shiny and my goblin brain must have. Not really what you were asking, but a month ago, I met my friend's sister for the first time, and she's in her 2nd year of school to become a nurse. We didn't discuss her schooling, but somehow got on the topic of her boyfriend being sick and her having him put slices of onions on the bottom of his feet inside of socks while he slept to draw out the toxins to boost his immune system, and I just kinda smiled and nodded and moved on. It just blew my mind that a person could be in their 2nd year of nursing school and not understand how stupid and baseless that is. Those ultrasonic rodent repeller devices, tried them before. Useless, useless. I got one of those for spider crickets in the basement, and it seems to have worked. They all wear tiny earmuffs now. Charcoal toothpaste. It doesn't protect your teeth and scrapes your enamel off. Fat-free anything. Typically, it's chocked full of sugar or some other crap that's much worse than a bit of fat. The fat is part of what makes food taste good. Take it out. You gotta add something else in there to help the flavor. Same goes for the texture too. NFTs. Anything homeopathic. It's literally sugar pills. It's worse. It's just water. Anything that's immune boosting. Things that advertise that are adding nutrients that you were probably getting from elsewhere anyways. If you actually boosted your immune system into being more active than its natural state, that would be a bad thing for you. That's what autoimmune diseases or anaphylaxis are. Himalayan pink salt, the lamps, and the table salt. Why is it pink? Because of all the impurities. Not an item as such, but going to see a chiropractor. Bottled water. Bring back water fountains everywhere and have compostable cups. Would be much cheaper and better for the environment. Thankfully, a lot of younger people are choosing to bring reusable water bottles around in their day-to-day. I'm taking college classes and I see almost everyone carry some kind of water bottle or reusable cup with them. And the drinking fountains that have the bottle fillers will sometimes have a line between classes, while the vending machine that sells bottled water is completely vacant. Margarine. There's a whole generation of boomers that's still terrified of butter. My mom is a Gen Xer who was raised on margarine and did the same to her kids in turn. I discovered real butter in college and never looked back. Mom still complains. You sound like my grandmother when I mention the difference between butter or margarine. Business coaching, mentorship courses. So pretty much anything hawked by a dude wearing LV on Instagram, lol. Testosterone boosters at supplement stores marketed to young men. Today's snake oil salesman is the whole motivational industry. That whole wake up at 6 a.m., do 40 push-ups, and become a billionaire nonsense. These gurus rake up tons of money for courses, books, tapes, and it's just toxic positivity that gets people addicted but ultimately has no meaning. And they're expert at dangling the carrot. Okay, but when I finish the next course. Whole life insurance policies. If most people who had them just invested the money instead, they'd be millionaires by retirement age. Anything sold by infomercial. If you need a 20 to 30 minute paid ad to convince me to buy it, it must be crap. I guess not directly snake oil, as they do work. But I never got people who buy branded medication over generic medication, because they think it's more effective, like Advil, Nurofen over generic ibuprofen. Premium gas when their vehicles are built for regular. Premium is only good for engines that are tuned for it. Any tanning product. Whole tanning industry is a scam, and all it's going to get you is wrinkles or a melanoma. 99% of the supplement aisle for healthy adults, most of the time. It just makes you have really expensive pee. Worst case scenario. You can bleep with your prescription medication, or seriously hurt your liver on a mega dose of something you absorb trace amounts of in your food. Plus, they aren't regulated, so you may not be getting what's advertised. Put down in the comments what the modern-day snake oil is for you. And if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe for more content.